Hello, Piano's here. I'm here, and you're watching Piano with Paul. And the music you can hear underneath this little introduction is a more complex version of the simple piece of music called Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And you're going to be learning that in this video. It's split up into two sections, and let's dive straight in and get the basic right hand sorted. I'll see you in a minute more. So let's look at the shapes of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The first shape is this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just have a go playing that. The second shape you need is basically the first white notes from C to G. And then towards the end of the music, it's more of this shape. So we miss out the C and we go to the B. So now I've got the shapes in order, let's jump right in and play the first two bars of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. 2, 3, 4, and 1. So bear in mind the two positions we've talked about earlier. That's our first bar, and then we have our second bar. Okay, here we go. Count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Second position. And there we have it. Lovely. So bars 3 and 4 are exactly the same. Let's take a look in our current position. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, and. And that just repeats. Okay, so with me, 2, 3, 4, and. Again. I'll take a little pause just there and then we'll continue. So let's look at bar 5, which is the same as bar 1. It's repeated. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. I've gone on a little bit there to bar 6. Now let's look at bar 6 because it's in a new position. Let's take a look. Thumb on B and put second finger onto the C. So let's break that down a little bit more. Here we go. Fourth on F, so it's 2 Fs. E, D, B, and then put your second finger onto C. So we're in this kind of position, aren't we? That kind of position there, okay. So we're extending the C chord and playing with a B down here. Now let's play bars 5 and 6, which is the last part of this lovely little song. Are you ready? Come on then, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go now. Remember to move that D. Excellent, well done. I really hope you can keep along with that. Now I'm going to put the bass line in, which is a little bit tricky at first, but you'll soon get the hang of it. So I'll see you in a moment. So the bass line is all situated around about C and G. So let's break it up and we'll look at it in more detail now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar 1. Now that is a quite tricky piece. So bar 1, we've got the left hand and it's C and G. And And then we're going down to C and F, and back up to C and G again. So just practice that to start with. So count it like this, listen. 1, 2, 3, 4. So with me, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay. Now that motion of moving a note down and back up again with the C is a bit of a common theme all the way through this, and you'll see what I mean for bar 2. Here we go. We're going to go C and F, and then keep the C where it is, and play the third finger on E. So it's like that. Take it for a moment. So, and then we're going to go, watch this, fourth finger on D and play the G. So, those two. And then we'll finish off on our familiar position of C and G. So to practice your left hand, I think it might be important to maybe use a metronome. So about 60 BPM is a good starting place, or whatever you feel comfortable for your style and your technique. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2. So bars 3 and 4 go something like this. Now what do you notice? The G stays where it is this time, and it's the notes below the G that are actually moving. So without the G down, it goes. And then. So when you put the G in, it sounds like this. So it is extremely similar, there's just an alteration on the last two notes. Okay, let's go from bars 3 and 4 with the metronome. 2, 3, 4, and. Altered that, okay? So now let's look at the left hand, bars 5 and 6, and we'll put it all together and it'll sound awesome. Okay, here we go. It goes C and G, C and G. This finger for C and F, and C and G. So very similar to the first bar. Bar 6, C and F, C and E. Now this is where it changes. We have to play pinky on B, so going down one step there. Keep the G where it is. And then you can put the fourth finger onto C. Or you can put the fifth finger, it doesn't really matter. Whatever feels right for you will work well. Okay, so now let's put the metronome on and get this last little section sorted. 2, 3, 4, and. So there we go. That's all of the bass line and all of the right hand. Take your time, practice it, and put it together just like this. I'll see you in a minute. So when you're putting something together, I suggest you do it a bar at a time or a phrase at a time. Sometimes that's a better way to go around it. Let's talk about the first bar. On a bass line, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is a really good technique to play two hands together is to identify where some of the notes line up. So for example, we play the C and G at the same time, beat 1 with the C, but we hold it down for 2 beats where we play the C, C, G, G. So just get used to playing this. Now just here, we have to do 2 changes. First of all, our bass line goes from some C and G down to C and F. Like so. And the right hand extends upwards into our second position. So just get used to the feeling of that with your A. And then we go back to our thumb with the C and G there, look. With your 4th or 5th, probably 4th on that G there. So that first bar together. 2, 3, 4. Position. Let's move on to bar 2. So let's find the positions first of all. There we are. So F on the right hand, C and F on the left hand. And then E on the right hand with C and E on the left hand. And we've got a D on the right. Now this is a tricky part because the 4th finger moves up to the D and G stays up here. So it's that shape. And then we'll play C as normal with C on the bass, sorry. So let's put bar 2 together based on our little movements. 2, 3, 4, and little finger move up. And there we go. Now, if you continue to play that way, you'll be able to do bars 3 and bars 4 using exactly the same process. It ought to sound like this. 2, 3, 4. So use the techniques I've taught you in the first 2 bars, apply them to play bars 3 and 4. And then the last 2 bars are almost the same as the first 2 anyway, with little alterations as we know on the position on the left hand and a little chord change, but it goes like this. 2, 3, 4, and. Alteration there. Now if you find it a little bit tricky, slow it down and just get used to it. Like the last part can be quite difficult, so let's just take a look at bar 6 right at the end with that little motion moving around. So C and F on the left hand, nice and secure. Ring finger on your right, which is 4. And let's just get a position there, and then we're going to go like this. Alright, do it again. The last little part is quite tricky. Okay, so we have B on your pinky and thumb on G, and your second finger on your right hand. It's a beautiful sound. And then bring your second finger in there. So the whole of the bar 6 goes slowly like this. So there we go. A nice little piece of music, very well known. When you've learnt that, you'll be able to play it to anybody and they'll instantly know what it is. That's a great feeling when someone recognises what you're playing. You know you're getting there. I want you to keep going, and the next lesson we'll do another piece of music and a bit more to it. But until then, you take care and keep singing and playing your Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.